Alright, so this is a video I wish I didn't have to make because it's an influencer, his or her worst nightmare, which is finding out that several projects most likely have the same teams. Now let me explain. To start this video, let me quickly tell you that I fell victim to this just like any other person out there watching this video, which is also the reason why I'm creating this video in the first place, to prevent other people from making the same mistake by telling you exactly what happened and how we can apply this in future projects. Now, while making the script of this video, I find it hard to chronologically order everything, so please bear with me. We have an obligation to you, the viewer, to present you with solid projects to minimize the risk of losing funds. Now, everybody knows that all the influencers state that they are not registered financial advisors, and you should always do your own research. Which is the case for me as well, since I always mention that you can gain a lot in crypto, but most likely will lose it all. Let's focus on two projects first. The first project I want to warn you about is Gelios. Now, the minting key function still seems to work, but the team went MIA, which is the first red flag when it comes to scams, if people suddenly start to disappear. The second project is a node project called Xally. The project focuses on empowering AI agents on BTC Layer 2. Think of a chatbot and artbot. They were offering nodes that you can mint just like Gelios. And one thing Xally did have going for them is that they actually attended Twitter spaces and conferences, which makes this all even more weird. Right, now let me show you the following. First, let's look at the Xally AI node page. You can see that you can select a chain and that you can mint a node. There's nothing wrong with this, right? But hang on, let's move on to the webpage of the StarMac node sale. You can purchase a key, add in a promo code as well, and choose the cryptocurrency payment method. Now here's the node page for Xally AI. It's another project that has contacted me to do a video for them. Doesn't this look a little bit familiar? Now let's look at the side of the board, right? The nodes can no longer be purchased. You can only go to the node explorer and now have the option to enter their token sale. But I know that not all of their nodes have been sold, so why would they close that down, right? And then let's look at another project called Sign-On AI. Let's look at their node minting page. Seems familiar, right? The site even ends with the word license, just like the one with Xally AI. But what makes this especially weird for me is that the guy in the chat mistakenly sent me something in Vietnamese, which was about my sales for the other projects. And that was a huge red flag for me because I knew that the people behind the projects are from Asia and Vietnam as well. Now the minting page also looks the same as well as what they offer. Powerful AI models at a minimal cost. Now let's look at the final one, which is Square. People said it looked very familiar to Gelios and even asked that Nathan guy about it. And his response was that they are investigating it. And that's it. They never talked about it afterwards. Now let's look at this and tell me it doesn't look quite the same as the Gelios one, just with some different colors. And while making this video, I actually found another one, which was that I was contacted by someone who was connected to the StarMac, and then he said that his friend started a new project called Netlink. Now look at this node page. Doesn't that look familiar as well? Now, is all of this enough evidence to be convinced this is a scam? No, but if we look at Gelios, for example, the entire project came to a halt and the communication bled out just like it did for all the other projects like Xally AI. Now, if we go to Arkham Intelligence, we can see that with Xally, people found out that a total of 184 Ethereum has been transferred from their wallet alongside around 58,000 USDT in 2 transactions. Now, these have been transferred to Binance, which doesn't make sense. And Gelios also had their funds transferred. At first, they claimed it was necessary for marketing purposes, but the money now seems to be gone. And if any of you have more information on this, or if you're skilled in tracking funds, then I'll leave the wallet in the description so you can investigate for yourself. The same goes for Xally. The mods left, the project came to a halt, and the communication is lacking. Funds have also been transferred, and the red line is that projects like Gelios, Zali, Xally AI all rugged at the same time. I have to say allegedly, by the way. Quick update while I'm editing this video. What I have to say as well is that there are messages on the way to Binance that are asking them to investigate those wallets and to investigate those transactions. So subscribe to be notified when we get more information on that. And now let's continue with the video. And what I said before, what makes it super weird for me is that Xally, for instance, has attended events with actual people and they've been featured in AMAs. And what also makes it weird is that none of the projects are trying to convince the people that it isn't a scam. The chats are basically dead, leaving all the people in doubt. Now the wallet that transferred the 184 Ethereum also holds BVM. Now let's look at that as well, right? BVM is listed on CoinMarketCap and the website is bvm.network. Now if we look at another project like Iron Chain Bank, for instance, we can see that they are partnered with, you guessed it, Gelios, which also goes for the other projects who miraculously are connected to the BVM ecosystem and to each other as well through their partnerships. Now if we go to the website of BVM and we go to change, what's funny is between writing this script and creating this video, they have since removed Xally from their change section. But I did ask questions to BVM as to why would they still mention projects on their website that have allegedly rugged. Because I need to make this very clear, all of the things discussed in this video are rumors, right? Mostly because there is zero communication from the projects and that the funds have moved to places we can't explain. At first I said, so apparently Gelios and Zali have rugged, allegedly, and yet Xally is still mentioned under the ecosystem chain part of the website. Can the BVM team comment on that and or tell us what's going on? And then they reply with, we're just tech partners and we're not the same team. And then I said, can you elaborate on why you would still mention and or promote projects on your website that have rugged, allegedly? Wouldn't you want to investigate what is going on due to all the FUD currently happening? And then they said, we want to clarify our position regarding Xally. We are not affiliated with the Xally team and do not endorse or guarantee their project. Xally was simply a tech partner building on the BVM platform. Our involvement was limited to this technical capacity and we have no control over their operations or actions. We appreciate your understanding and patience as we continue to uphold transparency and integrity with our community. They did remove Xally from their change section now. Now one thing I want to mention in this video as well is the Launchpad called AI Starter. They have launched Xally and that isn't something that's strange per se. However, Launchpads have to do their due diligence as well. SOFs have to be signed and KYC needs to be done. And even then, a project can still rug one way or the other, leaving the Launchpad itself scammed as well. But if we look at AI Starter specifically, we see that their upcoming launches are, here we go, AI Foundry and Art Canvas. Now guess what? If we go to the website of Xally, we can also find AI Foundry and Art Canvas as pioneers building with Xally. It's just weird to me how these projects keep mentioning each other and being shown across each other's website and socials. So now that we know all of this, we need your help in identifying more wallets and transactions so we can investigate this further and take the necessary actions. If you have any information, then be sure to leave it in the comment section down below or join the Telegram group, which is specifically made for these scams. The beauty about the blockchain is that it's transparent and no one can hide from it, so we can use it to our advantage. Let me first start off by saying that the scams talked about in this video allegedly happened. There are major red flags that are being investigated and new information is showing up every minute of the day. In the meantime, I urge you to stay away from chatbot or note-like projects that use the same type of minting screen and or offer the same services. From now on, no projects with the exception of projects with docs teams will no longer be featured on my channel, no matter how good they seem to be. Also be sure to subscribe because I will keep you guys in the loop on this entire possible scam. As soon as I have more information, I'll be sure to share it here. Thank you guys for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.